What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The day before we play Man City in the last group stage game of the Club World Cup, and it's going to be a very important one if you believe in winning it all, and that's the topic of the show. It's not only the only thing we're going to talk about. Obviously, we're going to talk about the transfer news and all the things surrounding that. First off, Norbert, are you ready? Not for the live, but for tomorrow.
Not sure, man. With Kelly and Savona, I don't know, man. I'm afraid, but I believe if we beat City, a team who is really tired and old. I'm not saying old, but how they played last year. Still, I don't know. If we beat them, we might have a chance to win it all, which doesn't really matter to me. I only care about the money, and we need the money. But yeah, let's see. It's kind of interesting to see how this defense can hold. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting for that game.
Can people hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very strange. Yeah, Man City did change a lot, to be honest. They did change a lot throughout the season. And even during this Club World Cup, they have changed some players. Not just players, also the formation. I think they Pep tweaked a few things, which we will talk about in a second. But yeah, I mean, besides the game, the thumbnail is clear. Don't lose, and you're topping the group. Don't lose, and you go, quote unquote, to the easy side of the bracket. Like on paper, the easier side on the bracket. Like there's no debate. There's no ifs and buts. Like it is what it is. Like it's not saying speculate on that, but your aim is not to lose. You're just gonna end up there by default. Basically, it's not the other way around where you're like, oh, if you lose, you end up on that side. It's just do what you have to do. Do not lose a game, and you get a favorable run in to, I don't know, a quarterfinal, semifinal, final. Who knows? Nobody knows. Right? Again, we can lose tomorrow, or we can win tomorrow and go against Leipzig. I keep saying Leipzig, Salzburg, and you lose that game. It's football. Who would have thought Botafogo would, win against PSG? Nobody would, thought that was possible, but it did happen. It did happen. It's still football. But I don't think we need to be, how do you want to call it? I don't think we need to be like mysterious about it. Like it is what it is. Like the table is very clear. Like it's black and white. Like one side is obviously much easier than the other side. Like you cannot get around it, and that gives the game tomorrow even more, in my opinion, importance. Like you said, money wise, also. Like if it's easier to win, it's easier to get more money into the club. Like that's where, not that the players are thinking about the money. I don't think that should be on their mind. Money, what should be on their mind is winning, and obviously winning against a good team. Because with all due respect, Wydad and Alain are not good teams. Actually, they're very bad teams. So now is actually okay. What we have done in the last two games, was it because of the opponents, because they were so poor, or that at least there is some progress, in my opinion, tomorrow. Like you made it into the next stage either way, But I think this game will show you, okay, was it just the opponents, or have we actually started to create something that looks semi-decent?
Yeah, and as you said, the money, like this is getting serious now. If we go through the next round, that's 13 million plus. If we go through the next one, it's another 21 million. So it's getting serious money wise as well. And yeah, the tournament, it is what it is. You already said everything about it, but yeah, I'm hoping for lots of goals and 3-3 or something, and somehow with this bad defense we go through. And Manchester City is resting players and lots of new players, so it's going to be tough. But yeah, with some luck, we can be on the easier side.
I think they will go full strength tomorrow, City.
I think Marmoush, I think Haaland, they will all play.
Yeah,
Because even they know, like, even though, they get even they know, like, it's playing Real Madrid or it's playing Salzburg, with all
yeah.
due
But I
respect.
meant
Like, it's the difference.
they rested players previously.
Oh yeah, they did. They did. They did. But then again, it's Pep. Would you be shocked if he's like Turkey and Marmoush play and Haaland is on the bench? I wouldn't be totally
Yeah,
shocked. But yeah, I mean, going off the predicted lineups, we're going full, quote unquote, we're going full strength as well. Even Locatelli is reported to start in that starting 11. It's just Conceição was very doubtful, so probably it's going to be Colt Miners that's going to play. But other than that, it's everybody who's fit is ready, is playing tomorrow. There's no resting and etc. I think that's also very telling, in my opinion. The way, like, at least it confirms the words of the players of we take this very seriously. Now, if you go out there tomorrow and you get absolutely smoked, then I mean, yeah, that's an issue. In my opinion, it's an issue because then you
yeah,
you risk of getting smoked again in the next round against Real Madrid. I don't think I don't think anyone would be pissed if we lose tomorrow. Because let's be honest, we're not the better team. Like, even with this season City had, and we did beat them this season, they have a much, much better squad. They have so much more quality than us in that squad. They bought about 6, 7 players. They spent almost 300 million in the last 4 or 5 months. You
yeah,
know, so losing against them at this moment in time wouldn't be a shock. But I think a lot of people, me included, will be slightly disappointed if we lose. If we lose, but we make it a good game, I can live with it. But if we lose and we stand absolutely no chance, then I'm like, I know the backline needs fixing, etc. But even the little hope in me, where it was like, I see certain things that could work for the season. I'm like, damn, you know, it's back to square one again. Because I know what probably is going to happen in the next round against Real Madrid if that scenario plays out tomorrow. So, I mean, I am nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I am nervous, not because we're not gonna win the entire Club World Cup thing. I'm not nervous about that because whatever happens, happens. I'm more nervous about the belief I start to build a little bit gets totally destroyed tomorrow. That's what I'm scared of. That's why I'm nervous for tomorrow's game.
yeah, yeah. I can see that. And again, the defense that is scary, man. Um, to be honest, Real Madrid is not that good either. So I don't know if I would be more worried about playing against Real Madrid than playing against City now. But that's for the future. But yeah, we can't lose with a lot of goals because that's already a prediction kind of to the to this season. Um, yeah, we will see. I hope Yildiz has a good game. I hope the up front the guy is gonna have a good game and
There should be opportunities tomorrow for both teams.
yeah,
To be
yeah,
honest, um, I mean, I watched the game against Without from Man City. I didn't watch the game against LA, and that was like 3 a.m. I'm not gonna. Actually, I haven't watched much this week, if I'm being completely honest. I don't thought there were many good games on, but I watched Man City's first game against Without. Um, they weren't all that good. I thought Without, played a very good game against them. But again, like you said, you played a different formation, tested new things out. So, I mean, even for them, it's right. Okay, it starts now. Tomorrow for Man City, the tournament starts. Like for us, it starts. That was just warm up, get through the motion, build some confidence, which both teams did. And now it's, now it's for real. Now it's actually for real. Like I said, Man City are looking at it, thinking if we win and we make it into the next in the left side of the bracket, I mean, it's wide open. It's just wide open to go to that final. With all due respect to other teams, expectations for certain teams, it's wide open to make it to yet another final. So they will
yeah,
be ready for it. But when I said there will be opportunities, I don't think their backline is that good as well. It's
yeah,
better than ours. Like, don't get me wrong, uh, but it's not that fantastic. If you watch their games, maybe the names sounds good and they sound good. The names, by the way, but they don't play good at the back. With all due respect, they don't. there are many, like there should be many opportunities for us on the counter. So I'm a bit frustrated for once that Chico cannot play because I thought he was going to be extremely useful tomorrow. But like you said, it's going to depend a lot on Kolomani and Yildiz tomorrow because they will get opportunities, they will get space, quite a lot, in my
Well,
opinion.
I hope Vlahovic doesn't start this time.
No, he cannot start.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind playing him against against those teams, Vidad and Align, but this time he just can't. And I'm hoping for a miracle. Cope Miners has to have a good game at one point, and I'm hoping that's tomorrow if he actually starts.
Is that
Because yeah,
fair?
Douglas Luiz.
No,
Fair.
having a good game is fair, but like he's been out for 2 months. I don't see it happening. Like even when he was fit, he
Yeah.
was not playing well. So imagine if he didn't
Yeah.
really play for 2 months, and now he needs to do that against City. I don't think that's gonna happen. If I'm being completely honest. Also, what is his position? Chico doesn't play.
Yeah.
Colt Miners comes in. I'm like, but he plays
He
that
said
role
it as
completely
well.
different. Have you? Yeah, I was gonna say, have you saw that interview or read his
Yeah.
quotes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah.
more about, don't blame me if it doesn't work. I mean, I'm a midfielder.
Yeah.
You can play me up top, but I will play it like a midfielder. I thought that was more of kind of damage control because he knows what's coming this season, which positions he's going to need to play. And he's like, if it doesn't work, do not look at me. Like, I hate that he said it. I really do, because at the end of the day, you need to do what you have to do. But I understand his thought process because we're going to expect things, or the fan base is going to expect things in the position he's going to play that he will just not deliver on. It's impossible because he doesn't have those characteristics. So I don't know
Yeah.
how that's going to pan out tomorrow.
Yeah. And Douglas Luiz didn't even sniff the pitch last game. He didn't even play. Not even a few minutes. So it's gotta be Cope Miners, unless
This is done.
McKenny, which I would die.
No, you cannot play McKennie tomorrow as well. You
Yeah.
just can't. I thought that game against Vida was poor. Like the way he started that game, and he's just
Yeah.
anonymous. Like he doesn't offer anything positive, in my opinion. Or like the first game, he didn't offer anything negative, but it was against Alain, and he didn't even offer anything really. Like I don't know, like there was no impact. It was just he was out there. Every player had a moment. He didn't had a moment. I was like against Alain and Widad. I thought I don't think that's really really okay in my opinion. So you cannot
Yeah.
play against Man City. You just cannot start
When
against Man
we
City. It's
when we dominate that much and you play like that, I'm sorry. Like no. Yeah. But we already talked about McKennie and how he should be really limited in any Juventus. And what would be funny? Vlahovic and Kolo Muani starting the same time.
it's not gonna happen as well.
I know. Adzic will not play. He didn't even play a minute so far. So yeah, Cope
No,
Miners, I
he's
think.
done as well at the club. I mean, for now, probably both loaned out, but he's not a player to count on, or Tudor's not counting on him. Like I will put it that way. It's done. Like he's probably gonna be loaned out, but there's no presser because that presser will probably happen midnight over here. So I don't know what Tudor is going to say. I have absolutely no clue what he's going to say. I mean, you can assume he's going to say that we're going to play to win, which is obviously like we need to play to win. Otherwise, I mean, everything you said in the build-up is kind of throw it away. You're kind of lying basically. So we need to play to win that game. It's just like a lot is at stake. I think even for players, a lot is at stake as well. Because this tournament can set you up even for if we bring in new players, you already made some certain impression on the
Yeah.
coach, because they keep hammering on the things Tudor brought, and it changed in a quick time. And he said like the first couple of games when he came in, and it was only 9 games, players were saying it's like kind of open heart surgery. Like, I mean, was needed, but he didn't do that. He just brought some mindset to it rather than tweak so many things, because again, you just needed to get top 4. It was just, revive everybody. Right now, you see tactical changes, which I didn't see in Serie A. I thought Di Gregorio said it perfectly. As for aggression and run a lot, that's what I saw in the Serie A when he came in. Right now, it's more about, tactical stuff, which makes sense. He had more time to work on things. It's more loose. It's like we got top 4. It is what it is. We play Alain and we thought just figure it out. Again, not a given, because I've seen Boca Juniors not beat, construction workers basically in Oakland City, which is crazy.
Nurses,
but that happened. So
all that.
yeah, I mean, it can happen. So I don't take it everything for granted. But you also need to acknowledge, okay, what happened is cool, but it's kind of throwaway. Right now it starts, and even in the next round, if you play Salzburg, that's a Champions League side basically, or like European side. You play very, very good teams. And in the next round, it can be River Plate or Dortmund. And then it's Chelsea, or Real Madrid if you fall in the other bracket. So now it's really time for these players to show up and see, okay, do we have something cooking? Or is it already, burned, and, we need to restart again? More like a bigger restart than, I think that when I hear them speaking and I see Komoli speak and all those things, I hear, damn it, something dropped. That's not for me. When I hear them speak, it's more not hope, but yeah, they hope, or like they are banking a lot of trust on the fact that this is going to look good at the Club World Cup. So it makes the transfer window much easier, because if it's a complete flop, and you're thinking about certain players doing well, no matter what's going to happen, let's say actually Conceição does play better, so it's much easier to spend that money on him. Koopman shows a glimpse here and there, or certain players confirm themselves. I think they're really, really hoping for that, to see. Otherwise, if it's really, really bad and they do need to do much more and they don't, the pressure will be much higher, because it's like you've seen it's not good enough and you didn't really act on it. Okay, that's on you. So I think they're really hoping, and that's why I think they all talk about we believe, we trust in everything we're doing, because there's no other way around. Because if it completely flops right now, and tomorrow you lose like 3-0 or 3-1, and you have absolutely no chance, I mean, for Komoli and whoever is in management, I think that looks bad, because the fans will look at it saying, okay, whatever we've been linked with, and the 2 and 3 players we need, because that's what they all say, we need 2-3 players maybe. Nobody's going to believe that. Nobody's going to buy that. So even for them, a lot is at stake tomorrow.
Yeah, and we still don't have a sporting director, by the way, and not even news about it, not even talks, not even no rumors, nothing. It's really annoying to me, to be honest. But yeah, some players already kind of showed what they can do, and tomorrow they can really just solidify their place in the team, like Alberto Costa, because we already saw it in the Serie A under Tudor that kid has a place in this team. Not necessarily a starter, but to be honest, right now at this very moment, he's a starter in my eyes, especially after these games, and that's why he's going somewhere. That's why Tudor said, okay, I'm fine with Alberto Costa where I can go. So yeah, I'm just hoping that more players will show up and show their worth. It would be easier to sell, and if we go far, it's easier to bring in players as well. So yeah, tomorrow is crucial.
It is. It is. People keep hitting the like button because we're not going to do a very, very long live. Um, Let me scroll to the comments really quickly because I didn't forget. But okay. We need to win. We need to show our intent. We need money. We need positive momentum. Yeah. As much as I want to win, can't see it happening with Kelly leading our defense. Oh, we don't need to win. We need a point. So tomorrow's game against City really worries me because it will show us how bad defensive we are. Who will it show? Like, yeah, it will show, but I think everybody knows that, right? I mean, maybe
Yeah.
only the club because there's absolutely no links to center backs really. So we know that, but the club, not so sure if they know that, to be honest, at this moment in time. We beat Man City and then couldn't win against Empoli. I'm not getting my hopes up. Yeah. The last 2 years have given us promise at the beginning of the season, only to be brought back to reality over the long haul. I expect much of the same this year. This is a Man City that used to scare people. Yes, they will keep the ball, bore us to that. The few were slow, but we cannot draw here. And I think they play a bit more different than keeping the ball and I think it's by default just because of the players they are playing right now. But that's cool if they keep the ball. Like that's what I said. On the counter, you need to be quick because there will be space, there will be opportunities.
Yeah.
This Man City team will here next year. I was in Washington. See Juve play lose was shocking. A limited time. McKennie offered nothing. We have a big chance against them now, but no chance if you face them in the Champions League game, for example. They're gonna be ready. Then I think tomorrow the club fights for either 120 on 110 million euros or nothing. Well, not nothing because you're in the next round. Transition from the attack to defense. So let's see what City can do to us. Yeah, I think that's why missing Conceição tomorrow will be
Yeah.
kind of a problem. Reports are they just offered 30 million for Araujo. Which
I haven't
report?
seen it. I haven't seen it.
I've not seen any report or a good report. I've not seen anything. There's no way we buy Araujo. I actually will write. Even if we lose, let's say 3-0, I won't put too much stock into it. Let's say we win, I wouldn't be as thrilled as others either. We know the holes. I will be put some stock if we lose 3-0. I will. Can we put Rugani in place of Kelly? No, we cannot because he's not going to be part of the team. So it's completely pointless. Even if I want Kelly out, if he's going to be part of the team somehow, then he needs to get the minutes over the players who are not going to be here. Winning the money in the Club World Cup is useless if it's being spent on Sancho. You think there is a chance we get back to Vega? I don't think so.
I don't know. I still hope, and I still think we are playing a game, and we want him as cheap as possible. And we knew that they will not bring him to the Club World Cup. So I think it's just, I don't know. I want to believe. I would say it's like I'm dreaming about Vega to play here, so I don't have to watch Kelly and Gatti and Savona.
I won't call it a dream, but I can see your point. Will Gatti be fit to start tomorrow? According to reports, no. But I mean, who knows? Conceição is being reported not to be fit again, or again as well. Excuse me. So I don't know. We need to see. He didn't train with the group today, Conceição. So very likely he's not going to start tomorrow. Probably play, but not going to start. But Gatti, according to reports, is not fit enough to start. So which is also crazy because they've been out for quite a while, or not be fit quite a while, in my opinion. But again, we still have Milik, who's been out for literally a year. Actually, madness. But yeah, he's been out for literally a year. Anyways, enough on the City talk for now. Vega was shocking. Besides the PSV and a couple other games, we need higher level. Well, actually, a couple of other games. It's not that he played many of games as well. Like he was injured as well. Yeah, let's see. Quickly to transfer news. I haven't done a live since we've been linked with Sancho, I think, and that was last Friday. Oh no, I have done a live. I have done a live. So it's about a week that we've been linked to Sancho. After a week, not really. I don't think much has changed, if I'm being completely honest. Or everybody jumped the gun last week because now the reports from the same people are saying we're meeting for the first time, even with Manu, when the same people said we met last week. So I don't know what to take from it. It feels like we are very, very interested, whatever you want to call it, that we can basically put the money on the table. Manu one. It's just, can we put the money on the table Sancho is looking for? Or is Sancho like, I want to play in Europe still, and I don't want to go to Fenerbahce or to the Saudi league, and he's going to lower his demands. But that's not really the talking point, is it? Even though I've seen people in the chat say he's overpriced. I mean, 25 is not overpriced, in my opinion, today's market. But on the player, I mean, I don't even know. I don't know how to place this rumor because we're also looking to buy Conceição. Yeah, different positions, but Yildiz, Conceição, Sancho, Colomani, maybe Jonathan David. What really is the plan with Sancho? Like, because also Koopmeiners is still there, and he's not really being played as a midfielder.
Comoli must really like the numbers of Sancho because he's a man of numbers. I don't know. Sancho is good, but not. I'm not sure if he would lower his demands for us, or if we could pay whatever. I'm not even sure. What are his demands? Like 8 mil, 10 mil? What does he want a season?
I mean, let's assume it's around 8 million. Let's assume.
I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, I just don't understand. We have so many players who is I don't know. Listen, I'm happier with the David news, Jonathan David news. I'm happier with that.
Is it also your dream signing? Dream attack?
Listen, if Vlahovic goes, David comes, and Colomani stays. I think that's not too bad.
If you look at the numbers from David, they're very good.
Yeah,
this, and the output is very good.
And at the end of the day, his agent doesn't want 30 million. It's more like 15.
It varies every day. It's something else. It's 20, 15, 18. I've seen it all. 10. And like, if you look at Jonathan David's, I don't know what the reactions will be. It's the league. How
else do you sign players from these leagues?
Yeah, it's in France, though. It says Eddie. At that point, if you look at it like that, we can never sign players anymore, because we'll always say, oh, it's a Portuguese league, it's a French league, it's a German league. I mean, yeah, Vlahovic scored a lot of goals for Fiorentina. Then now we need to say, oh, it's the Italian league. We cannot buy it from the Italian league anymore, because it was like, I don't do that. I don't do that unless we come, and we sign a player from, I don't know, the Albanian second division. I'm like, yeah, I'm not so sure about that, but it's a good league. It's a lot of talent in it. So I'm not doing that. I'm not one of those people. But if you look at his numbers, who can put up those numbers for us in the last, I don't know, 5 seasons? Maybe. Probably nobody. I'm not gonna, like, who had double-digit goals and assists almost for us? Was it Cuadrado, maybe, the last time? Not even. I don't think he had 10 goals. And closer to 20, not just about breaking the double numbers. So, I mean, the numbers are extremely good, So that is encouraging, I'm going to say. I think people are looking at it. Is it good enough to take us to the next level when that Lukaku is going to score goals for Conte? And to be honest, in the league, he didn't score a lot of goals. He had a lot of assists this season, Lukaku.
Yeah.
They're potentially signing Darwin Núñez under Conte. I don't know what he could be,
It's crazy.
I mean, yeah. So I don't know, but if Jonathan David comes in and he gives you 10 goals and 10 assists, the bare minimum in all competitions. That's more than we've had in I don't know how many years. If Colomani does that, if Juve chips in, which he should be doing, chipping in this season, and it looks like he will, the way Tudor is using him, and you have others around, but others, I mean, okay, Koopmans, you're gonna need to start scoring goals as well. Like you just have to. Thuram has goals in him, if we unlock him maybe a little bit more. Maybe you don't need, that's what I've always said as well. Maybe you don't need a 30, goals per season type of striker, where it's like, if he's not there, if he's out for 2-3 games, we have absolutely nothing. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise, because I didn't want to spend 70 plus on Gyökeres, in my opinion. The only player I would spend that money on was Osimhen, but it feels extremely unlikely. So yeah, let me ask the chat and you as well. If it's not like Gyökeres, it's not possible. Osimhen is not possible. If it's not Jonathan David, then who is it? People in the chat, let me know. And maybe you have an idea. Who's the next one up? Is it 45, 50 million euros Retigi?
Yeah. So Sesko to Arsenal, that's not going to happen anymore?
I have no idea. But even that,
because
I don't like. Okay, I think he scored like 10 goals last season.
I would rather get David than paying 60 to 70 for Osimhen, to be honest. And kind of same for Gyökeres, to be like, he's 27. He's good. I kind of like him. I like him more than I don't know. Yeah, David. For me, David is fine. Like Santi Jimenez is an interesting shout. Yeah, I don't have an answer, but I would rather have David for free. Not spending big money.
So
yeah, free, not free.
I think Di Marcio spoke. I can see him speak because I cannot hear what he says. So let me just go on this article. Otherwise, it's pointless. Because he talked about.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with your mic, but it's maybe some contact issue.
Yeah, it's a contact issue. I need to order a new cable ASAP. So what he's saying is that today Juve made contact with Manu today for Sancho, and tomorrow, I think it is, in the coming hours, basically, they will meet with the player to understand his intentions and financial demands. So, yeah, not sure what to do with that, to be honest.
Yeah, and also I'm not sure what to feel about Sancho, to be honest. He's not a bad player at the end of the day, but I feel like getting him and getting Conceição might be too much of the same.
Yeah, I mean, they're different. I mean, they play a different style. Like Sancho is, it's not that energetic. He's not that quick. He's not that chaotic. He's more, down to earth type of player. But I've told the people already, I like Sancho as a player, but I'm not going to be, an idiot and say that he's the same player I always liked.
Yeah.
Because at Dortmund, I liked him very much. He went to Man U, it completely flopped. He went back to Dortmund for like 6 months. I did like him again. Remember that game against PSG? Was it quarterfinals?
Yeah.
Like he was unplayable, So there is and at Chelsea, he didn't have a poor season at Chelsea, but he didn't have a flashy season as well, or like a standout season as well. He just chipped in with goals and assists, but it wasn't wow. Again. So I don't know. Maybe it suits. Maybe he suits the Serie A. Maybe it's a bit more slow paced. Slow paced. with his dribbling, and like he has a good technique. He has a good shot on him and all those things. But I don't know, like it's not a loan, so you're taking a gamble. You're just gambling that he will be the player he was again. But that's like, how long is that ago? 4 seasons. It's it's a while, So
Yeah.
you're taking a gamble. I don't know if he's injury prone. Could be. I've not checked. I didn't keep tabs on Chelsea like that, or at Manu. I just, when he played, it wasn't good, at Manu. But I don't know about his injuries. Could be. You could be correct as well. But I mean, it's a gamble. It is a gamble. At the end of the day, it's a gamble. The club is taking.
Yeah. I don't know. And it worries me that we really don't like look at defenders, central defenders. It's really annoying. It's really, really annoying to me. Because by the numbers we have enough, but like, come on, we need quality. Like we need someone next to Bremen, and no news about it. It's really worrying.
I'm extremely worried. Like,
yeah,
like I've said it yesterday, or not, the day before when I was live. It's the first day I do in the morning. Like, I open the newspapers, and now I just scroll through them really, really quickly. I don't read. I just need to see some defenders, and then I leave for work. And I'm just driving to work disappointing. I'm like, again, no link. I know Romeo talked about Leone, but the way they're talking about it and the way the club is moving, I don't feel there's real urgency behind it. I don't feel it's an idea the club has for this season as well. So I'm not really that interested, to be honest. Yeah, if you get it for next season, cool, but it's not going to help us this season. So I'm not really invested in that too much.
Yeah.
If we already were linked with defenders heavily, good ones to come in right now, and then the Leone news comes out, I can be excited about that. But right now, it's like Arsenal signing Saliba and sending him to Saint Etienne again for a season or two, whilst they had an absolutely rubbish backline. Like, that made no sense. Being an Arsenal fan, probably at that moment, was like, what's the point? Like, what is actually the point? What are we trying to do? Because he's winning player of the season in Liga, and we have, I don't know, Rob Holding playing center back for us. Crazy. That's how it feels right now.
Yeah. And by the way, I went back to check Sancho's injury record, and he missed 5 games in the past 2 years altogether. So that's that.
Yeah, that's that's ridiculously clean, before he joined
and
us. 5 games.
And the season before, he missed 14, but 10 of them was the depression at Manchester United. So.
Oh yeah, he went to the mountains.
Yeah. Crazy.
5 games is nothing.
Yeah.
Then again, Douglas Luiz missed nothing, and he's been injured all season. So.
Yeah. But yeah, this defender is killing me. It's killing me.
I mean, that should be the number one priority, and it's not. It feels like it's not.
Yeah.
I'm so. AJ saying, so Yildiz masterclass, but I was closing my eyes every time Kelly got the ball. Actually, Kelly moving forward, how the higher he's up the pitch, the better he is. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not joking. I'm actually very serious. On the ball, higher up the pitch, he looks confident. Like, he looks decent for some reason.
Yeah.
It's when he's on the ball at the back, he scares the hell out of me. And when he needs to defend, like, who was it? It was like 5 minutes into the second half, not even, and he got by Amrabat. He got absolutely smoked, and it was so obvious because Amrabat is like, I don't know, he's like almost 40 years old. You saw what was coming. It was such a slow movement, and he still got cooked. Where I was like, "Jeez, come on!" Like, you cannot be that bad. The fact, like, tomorrow he's gonna play. I don't know who's gonna play. Is it Marmoush who's going to play? Is it Doku who's going to play? Is it who the hell is it? Cherki? Like, yeah,
they have options. That can.
Do you think we
Kelly.
have a chance against City with Kelly in the back line? Says Gio. Well, I can't answer that question right now. No.
The ball is round. Come on, the ball is round. Don't say that.
Yeah, but it feels like it's not round at sometimes when he's on the ball. It feels like it's a
Yeah.
brick. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going into the game for the backline and Cali expecting the worst. So if something bad, really bad happens, I won't be shocked. And I cannot really be pissed on the players because I know they're not quality enough, you know? I know that. I can only come out of that game being pleasantly surprised by the backline. There's no other way.
Yeah.
There's no other way. The Gregorio masterclass tomorrow, wishful thinking. Yeah, he's gonna need to have a game probably. He's
Yeah.
gonna need to have a game, 100%.
Especially if Haaland starts, and I read somewhere today that Kelly will man mark him. That's
Yeah, that was hilarious.
yeah.
I saw that. That was funny. I mean, the journalist who wrote that article, fair play. Like the fact that you actually had the guts to put that out there, fair play. Like you need to rate it. If we draw or win Salzburg or Al Hilal, round of 16 and quarters will be River Plate or Fluminense as it stands semi-finals. What? If we draw or win, it's Salzburg or Al Hilal. It will be Salzburg. I don't think Real Madrid are gonna mess it up. And the round of 60 will River Plate or Dortmund. I thought it was. Oh no, they finished the group first, right? Today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it could be Fluminense. Hey, even better. Because I don't think Fluminense looked that good, to be honest. Thought River Plate looked decent.
That would be an extra 33 million if we go through 2 rounds.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
That could be, your defender.
Can't lose.
Maybe. It scares me that Tudor is acting as this is going to be our starting 11. We need more depth. We can get players from Lyon. Speaking about that one, no one's saying anything about Inter. They should be in B. I mean, Tudor needs to act that this is a starting 11 because what this is a starting 11 right now. Like he cannot act. Like he cannot come out and say, well, but actually 3-4 players are not going to start because we're going to bring in others, So he doesn't really have a choice at this moment in time. Will Bremer be the captain instead of Locke if he wasn't injured? He will be the captain if he comes back. I think Bremer will be the captain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He was the captain. Yeah, it was under Mota, but I think he will get that armband back. Not that I'm too fussed about it, But
yeah.
What's the predicted lineup for tomorrow? It was Di Gregorio, Kelly, Savona, and Kalulu, and then it was Alberto Costa, Locatelli, Thuram, Cambiasso, and then it's Colt Miners, Yildiz, and Colomani.
Yeah. Standard.
Tagliafico on a free seems like such a youth. My God, if I hear
4 years ago, maybe not now.
Yeah, and even then, I never liked him.
Even
I don't think he was that good.
Yeah.
At Ajax, I never rated him. So no, absolutely not. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get linked with Tagliafico. But no, absolutely not. Not a fan. Okay, people, hit the like button because we're gonna wrap this up in a sec. Tagliafico is a Leeds United move, not a Juve move. Yeah, maybe if Bielsa was still there. I saw that happen. I see that happening. But I don't think Lyon are gonna get relegated. I think they will figure something out. If Inter draw and Monterrey win 2-0, we could face Monterrey or Fluminense in the quarters. Easy. Yeah, but Inter probably play a very easy team, right? I have no idea. Is there football? Oh. Is there football this? Because the games at 9:00. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna watch those. Like, I was not gonna watch Dortmund Ulsan and Sundowns Fluminense. I was not doing that. Oh, Inter played River Plate. Actually, a good game at 3 a.m. That's they probably beat River Plate. And tomorrow, yeah, we play, and then Friday, it's Al Hilal again. I don't know much at Salzburg. Oh, but it's Oh yeah, that's right. We can play. Okay, now I got it with the Al Hilal because they can. Oh yeah, it probably will. I'll be Al Hilal. Not gonna lie, it will be Al Hilal because they will beat the Mexican team. And Real Madrid will beat Salzburg, so it will be Al Hilal.
Hmm.
So you need to beat Al Hilal at the end of the day. Imagine, imagine you make it happen against Man City and then you lose in the next round to Inzaghi. Oh my god, that would be. They toyed. I watched. Actually watched a part of the second game of Al Hilal. Yeah, everything they showed, the good things against Real Madrid, that those died in that game. Didn't really see that. But that's a word for tomorrow, people. I'm gonna wrap this one up because we have said everything we needed to say, and the news is what it is.
Yeah.
Tomorrow match reaction, and then Friday. Not so sure if there's gonna be live. I will try to do a live because I'm not at home, but I will. I'll let everybody know. Maybe there will be a live, depending on what's gonna transpire from that Man City game. Otherwise, the next live will be on Sunday. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Norbert, thanks for joining, and we will see what tomorrow brings. People, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow post Man City. Ciao.